everybody, it's Gabe. I'm in my car. One, I know you don't want to kill us. I'm just saying. It was a joke. Calm your tits. Also, happy birthday yesterday. Anyways, so, the night before last, my wife and I started watching a show called The 90s. They are specials by CNN. They go back, I think, into the 50s, but like each season is like a decade. So like the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Mel had watched the 2000s earlier. I caught like an episode here and there, but it's not like super interesting because like that all just happened. Like it wasn't that long ago. And there wasn't a whole lot that I had forgotten about in it. The 90s was really interesting, like watching just kind of the, development of television and music into more of what we think of as modern television and music, especially like in the pop music scene, and kind of like how TV was the center of pop culture at the time. Super fascinating, really cool stuff. What I found really intriguing was like the political episodes. The season's like 10 episodes long, and probably 4 of those episodes are just devoted to like pop culture stuff. But the other 6 really kind of center around the different ways that politics changed in the 90s and the way, things got a little more intense, a little more violent. It was interesting. And it's one of those moments where you realize that like in the last like 28 years, almost 30 years now, like very little has changed. The arguments that we're having over like gun control and the militias and black people and, violence against blacks by the police, those are kind of all the same arguments still. And it feels like we haven't progressed very far, and that's a little disheartening. It made me a little shitty yesterday, but that's okay. I got through it. I get better. I take medicine for it. It helps me out. But I'm interested to go back, start really pushing back into like the 80s and 70s documentary series, because the 80s, I was really young through most of it. I was born in 78, so, at 89, I was 12. I was Juan's age. Oh, man, he's going to bitch about that, I'm thinking, but that's okay. It'll be interesting to go back into stuff that I don't remember as clearly because I was younger, or even going back into the 70s like I wasn't alive for it in the 60s. I feel like I know quite a bit about the 60s and 70s just from my parents, but it'll be fascinating. I'm interested to see what was happening back then. Maybe nothing's changed since the 60s. Who knows? Like, we'll find out. But check it out. CNN series. They're available on Netflix. All of them are available on Netflix. But I think you should be able to find them like on CNN's app and stuff like that. It's a good show. A lot of fun. Check it out. If you want to know more about the world I grew up in, then you can check out the 90s, because that is definitely the world I grew up in. If you want to learn more about other stuff, go there. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe, hit the ring bell button to be notified every time we put out a new video, and of course like this video because it makes me feel better about myself, and I don't think to myself, nobody cares what I think. Oh my God, please love me, pay attention to me. Thumbs up this video. If you want to know more about the podcast, check us out at www.totlb.com. And of course, you can find our podcast anywhere where podcasts are available. Stitcher, iTunes, your mom's house. www.totlb.com. I'm Gabe. I'm in a car.